My name is Ivan G, and this is EM Online TV. Actually, it has been a while bit without coming back to you guys with amazing interview from different people in the world who are coming to visit Africa. We really appreciate for the SINA community which give us opportunity to travel from TZ Njombe up to Uganda to get amazing story from somebody from somewhere actually coming to know later. Yeah. I think I can welcome him and he can introduce for himself. So, brother, welcome to EM Online TV.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think first of all, I wish to know maybe your name and yourself a bit.
Yes, my name is Max. I'm from Germany. I'm a volunteer here in SINA in Uganda and in PG to be precise. And I'm here for over a year. Not over a year, I'm here for a year. And I'm very happy to be here for sure.
I think I wish to know a little about your background of your education.
Yes, for sure. My educational background so far was only the normal schooling. Like I went through secondary school and then I also got my high school degree. And I wish to go to university after I'm back at home.
You are not yet at university.
I tried for a semester, but it didn't go that well. It was a subject where it wasn't really that comfortable and was over Corona, so there was some struggle to be had. But now I'm very certain.
Okay, that is nice. Maybe this can be like a history. I want to know why Africa and not other continent.
For me, Africa was always because I wanted to have a year abroad. That is something I knew for a very long time. And back then, a very good friend actually was also doing a year abroad in Ghana. And he spoke about it in a very, very high manner. So I actually got this idea from him. And for me, it was also about challenging myself to get as much of a different perspective on life and how everything can be than I actually would have had in a more Western kind of country. Even though that now I'm here, I actually realize that life in itself isn't that different, to be honest.
Yeah, you say like life is not different, but I want to know your perception before you came here in Africa, and after reaching here, did you see some any different?
For sure. The perception, like a lot of Europeans have, is just based on something like documentaries or something that is very subliminal, that is not really giving you like a very broad picture. So I didn't really had that good of an idea of how I was actually gonna be here, and I didn't want it to be like full of prejudice. So I didn't really know what is going to come. I thought it would be more rural, more different, the kind of picture you have as a European. But coming here was even surprised like how like on what kind of development stage things were here. Like I had a different picture, and then I came here was like, okay, this is just basically like home, just a little like it looks a little bit different.
Yeah,
For sure.
that is
Yes.
nice. Actually, for us who have been struggling to get chance maybe to go other continent, maybe Europe or any other continent, to learn and start a bit. Yeah, how it was easy for you to get chance maybe to visit in Africa, especially on financial part.
For us Germans, it's very easy. We have this program that actually enables youth, like from 18 to I think 30, to go abroad, and basically all of the costs are covered for the year. It costs over like 12,000 euros for like this 1 year to be here, and there's like a lot of different outgoing organizations that sort stuff out. So you don't really have to care for that much. You have to put your documents into place, and you can put in some money like as a little donation for the organization, but even if you don't have the money, you're still able to go. So it is very easy to actually approach this and do this as a German.
So actually, is the government who sponsor that, or it is a private organization?
It is the government. It is figured out by private organizations, but it's still the
Oh,
government.
okay, that is really, really nice.
Yes.
And also maybe why maybe the government can invest money for you to come maybe here in Africa.
Yes, that is very much possible. The program is called Weltwärts. That is in German, like you can translate it in towards the world, and you can literally go to all of the continents, like except maybe the regions where there's war or where there's a lot of restrictions.
Oh.
But you have a lot of options. Like it's not just Africa. You can basically go to the whole world.
I wish to know what things which was really surprise you when you reaches here in Africa.
For me, like the biggest surprise I had, because I didn't really had a really broad picture about Uganda or Africa. I thought I would encounter more old growth forests, and then I came here and saw that a lot of the terrain is actually like developed in a kind of way that it is used. So I actually thought that I would encounter more forest and but in the end, like everything else, I was more on a part where I was just curious and open to have a new perspective and a new experience. So I didn't really had that much in my head before I actually came here. So I just wanted to be surprised by Uganda.
Yeah, I think that is nice.
Yes.
Yeah, and also another thing which is really having a big problem, especially here as in Africa.
Mhm.
I can talk in the context of maybe Uganda and Tanzania. Most of African youth who pursue the education maybe from primary up to
Yes.
university level, most of the time it's not supposed them to get job, and also at the same time it's not allow them to create their own opportunity
Mhm.
or to create their own job, which lead to the huge problem. So I want to know maybe for your education system, it's really support you, especially when you finish it, to get job, and no, if not to get job, to create your own job.
In that sense, it is easier, I would say, because a lot of the system in Germany is based around that you need training, you need to have to finish some sort of school training or university to get a job in a professional kind of way. You can also just get a job without having any training whatsoever, like being a worker in a fast food restaurant, for example, like something everybody can do. But
Yeah.
for the more professional kind of jobs, you need training. So in that kind of way, the system supports you. But it's
Yeah.
not the like the schooling education system. The school doesn't provide you with the kind of skills that you actually need for your later career, for your actual professional engagement. That is
Oh.
nothing whatsoever like included in there. It gives you a broad overview over a lot of different topics. Like I think it also like does here. I think I'm not entirely sure, but in the end, the education system is also up for a lot of potential where you could improve things so people can engage with this professional life to get a job like earlier on, so it is easier to actually go into this work sphere, because that is also a thing where people struggle in Germany, coming out of school, coming out of this safe haven, and then you just go into this world of working and you're kind of lost because you have no clue what to do. So you just have to take up training and then learn on the fly. And I think that is where people could actually benefit from a change in the education system too. Yeah.
Yeah, that is nice. And also, I wish to know how maybe this, when, especially for you,
Mhm.
when you get this chance to explore beyond maybe German and other place, how is that important and supportful to your life?
It is very important and it's really supportive for myself, because like over the time here I've cleared out a lot of the problems that I had before I was lost in this world. I didn't know what I wanted to do, I didn't know where to go, I didn't even know who I was. But over
Yeah.
this time here, over embarking on a journey of changing perspective, on a journey of discovering what life is really about, and also getting their perspective from a different kind of way of life, really
Yeah.
helped me see through all of these struggles. And now I'm very firm on who I'm actually am and where I want to go. So I can only advise everybody to take this time, go abroad, take an adventure. It may be the adventure of your life, and it may be helping you to actually discover what you want to do in life and where you can be of use. And that is also something where I would be loving that this system that we have in Germany would be both ways. So people also from Africa are invited over to Europe, for example, or to
Yeah.
other nations. So this is really like a culture exchange. Because right now there's like, I don't know, a few hundred people every year coming to the whole continent of Africa, maybe
Yes.
even more, and then only like a small handful of people from Africa actually coming to Europe. And I would love that the European countries will actually support also the youth in Africa. Also, like from my perspective, it is also important. From the time of colonialism, for example,
Yeah.
Europe benefited a lot. So
Yeah.
from my point of view, it would also be their accountability to enable this cultural exchange, for sure.
Okay, yeah, that is nice. When you say about colonialism, you remind me about something. Yeah, especially in Africa, we study a lot of things, especially about colonialism and European issues.
Yes.
So I wish to know also, and for your maybe education system, also, are you studying a lot about Africa and everything?
I wish, to be honest, because the most information I have gathered about colonialism and this time was by myself. Because in like history lessons in Germany, for example,
Yeah.
it is just a small side note. Because from like the eighth grade towards like the end of high school, you basically only talk about the Second World War, like the Holocaust, the Nazi times. Like there's not really much space in there for colonialism, for the history we had also in Africa, for the tremendous suffering we actually provoked here. And I really wish it would be more in the official school context so people would know, because I think you could really change a lot of the perspectives and prejudice people have towards even the whole continent of Africa by just explaining how things went, why maybe even things are here like different still, because like like the colonies, a lot of them were just lifted in the late 20th century, so it is not really like history from the very past time. It is really like still very present history.
Yeah, I wish to know, have you have experience about this SINA, I mean Social Innovation Academy? Do you think maybe this organization, it has some impact or positive impact for youth, especially for your experience which you have been here?
Yes, for sure. Like especially in Uganda, where there's a lot of problems with employment and finding your professional life, finding your place there, or even like being able to go like this route. It's really good because this kind of entrepreneurship that is advocated here is a really good way to accelerating what you're good at, to make actually a profound change, to come up with a good idea. And I think SIDA is a very good organization to accelerate that, because SINA in general, it is a big community where a lot of young creative people come together, and it is also about helping each other. So you build a community, you build strength with that, and then you also empower them to bring up their ideas to actually create a change. And that is something, that is a model that you can implement everywhere in this world, and everybody would be able to benefit, because the school is not doing that for sure.
Yeah, yeah, sure. And also there is some kind of this organization maybe in German.
No, I wish. Like there's the German part, but I think that's only for acquiring funds for the communities here, or also Nepal. And so I would wish that this model would be also implemented in more continents, more countries. I think it probably would need to be a little bit different, maybe like not totally, but in some parts to like be actually aligned with the countries, a way of entrepreneurship, especially like the official side. But I think it would be like a system that it would be really be working everywhere in this world.
Yeah, that is nice. Maybe if you get a chance to advise a certain youth who is really struggling on the street and he don't know what to do exactly, but he have some resources around him. So what advice can you give to him or her?
To always stay curious. For me myself, curiosity is also what helped me over the past time learn more about the world, how it works, and the more you learn about something, the more and better you are able to like acquire this resource of knowledge, and with knowledge you can build on that. Like with this knowledge you can build a professional career, with this knowledge you can accelerate your own life, and it is not just about general knowledge, it's also about knowing yourself, knowing your positives, knowing your bads, your like your weaknesses and strengths. And the better you know yourself, the better you can find a place in this world where you can accelerate yourself, no matter what resources you have even, and be like a part of this ever-changing global system for sure.
Thank you so much, Falele. It has been a very good and nice chance to get amazing concept and material from Max from German. And also another things which was little like it is curiosity, and also the advice which he gave us to use. I think there is a lot of things to learn from him. My name is Ivan G and this is EM Online TV. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn on notification and share. Thank you.